Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day, and above all else, that you're looking after yourselves and one another. Ladies and gentlemen, after doing the live album spotlight on Fleetwood Mac Mirage Tour 82, I thought I would come up with a list of my favorite Fleetwood Mac tracks. Originally, it was going to be a top 10 list, but I came up with more tracks than that on the list. So I'm giving you pretty much Baker's dozen. So we got 13 tracks. And I was not surprised that a majority of the tracks, or all of the tracks, focus on a certain era of the band. But you know what? There you go. That's the way it is. So there's no rhyme or reason to this list. And the reason why I have them numbered is just to keep it straight for me while I'm doing the list. So first on the list is a track called Make Me a Mask. And this is a new track that is featured on the Chain 25 Years box set that came out in 1992. I, if I remember correctly, it's the last track on CD1. Beautiful track written by Lindsey Buckingham. Again, it's a brand new song at the time. Fantastic vocals from Lindsey Buckingham. A lot of harmony vocals, a lot of layering of vocals on that track. And there's very much a definite Asian influence on the instrumentation on that piece. And it is simply beautiful. I've always loved Lindsey Buckingham's vocal delivery and his approach on instrumentation. He is not afraid to experiment. And you know what? We're all the better for it. This is a fantastic track, right? Next up is another Lindsey Buckingham piece, Goodbye Angel from Tusk. Um, I've gone on record as saying that Tusk for me is a very underrated album. Uh, this album was spearheaded by Lindsey Buckingham. He wanted to move away, purposely move away from the success that they did or had, sorry, with Rumors from 77. And he wanted to try different things on this album. It was very much influenced, the album as a whole was influenced by punk, by new wave. Um, again, spearheaded by Lindsey Buckingham. Goodbye Angel is a very beautiful track, very laid back but strong vocal delivery from Lindsey Buckingham. Great crisp production on this track. In fact, the whole album. The drums come in very prominently on this track. And again, Lindsey Buckingham, when he doubles and triple tracks his vocals, basically it's a wall of vocals, very lush, very harmony driven, beautiful track. Okay. It was not released as a single. It's definitely an album track. Coming in again, we're sticking with the Tusk album and the track That's All for Everyone, another Lindsey Buckingham track. In my notes, I have vocals are delivered behind the rhythm track. He sort of comes in after the band comes in terms of his vocal delivery. Very laid back, very sort of, he stretches out the vocals the words, sorry, when he does this track. It is just amazing. Continuing on the list, we have a track called Teen Beat. And this is a track that was an outtake from Mirage. Again, another Lindsey Buckingham piece. In my notes here. Great rockabilly arrangement, strong vocals from Lindsey Buckingham. And with the vocals, it's not so much his singing lyrics. He does vocal phrasings, okay? And he does some fantastic guitar on this track. A lot of rhythm guitar, a lot of bottom end on this track. And it does sound like he is having fun doing this piece. This track is featured on the Mirage 2016 reissue and remaster. It's also featured on again on the Chain, the 25th anniversary, 25 years box set that came out in 1992. Great track. I just wish it was longer. Up next is we're going back to Tusk for Sarah. Stevie Nicks composition, clocking in at 6 minutes and around 30 seconds. Amazing, amazing. Gorgeous piano and drums together. I like the fact that Mick Fleetwood uses brushes on the drum snare. Just amazing, just beautiful. And Christine McVie does a fantastic ethereal vocal on the middle section. Um, it is breathtaking, and the subject matter is very personal, and I will not get into it because it's very much a private matter. Coming up next, we're going to Rumors with Secondhand News. And this is a lead-off track on the album, multi-platinum release. Secondhand News, great acoustic guitar for me, a really chugging upbeat arrangement with cymbal crashes that come in as accents that sort of push the track along. And basically, he's telling Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham is telling Stevie Nicks, you know what? You don't want to be with me. I don't want to be with you. I'm done. Let's go out. And I'm moving on without you. And I'm all the better for it. You know. Up next in my list here, we're continuing with the Rumors album with Never Going Back Again, track 3 on side 1. Beautiful piece, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay, great folk pop arrangement, intricate guitar work on this, uh, and he just delivers a very subtle but beautiful vocal on this track. Lindsey Buckingham does, and in my notes I have here, packs a punch in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay, uh, again, you can just feel that he came up with this on the fly. This track was inspired by a little dalliance he had with a girl after he broke up with Stevie Nicks and never amounted to anything. But it's just a very beautiful piece of music and a beautiful vocal delivery by Lindsey Buckingham. Coming up next, we have Caroline from Tango in the Night. Um, Beautiful track, side 1. I've always said that side 1 of Tango in the Night is by far my favorite, the best side of the album. Caroline has a Middle Eastern arrangement, very influenced by Middle Eastern instrumentation, a lot of percussion overdubs, and beautiful vocals. Strong vocals done by Lindsey Buckingham, and on the middle eight section, uh, Christine McVie comes in with some vocal phrasing. It is just amazing. Next up, we're sticking with Tango in the Night, and we're going to be talking about the title track. Bloody hell, one of the most brutal, brutal tracks on the album. Heavy as all get out. Again, uh, Middle Eastern influences on this track, heavy drums and guitar and bass on the outro. It goes from very soft, very emotional uh, vocals, or very emotive vocals, I should say, sorry, on the verses. And then it breaks into the chorus and it just fucking hits you hard. Like boom, boom. Amazing. Great drumming from Mick Fleetwood. Fantastic bass work from John McVie. And beautiful, heavy, blistering guitar from Lindsey Buckingham. One of the heaviest tracks I've ever heard them record. Just amazing. Okay. Coming in next, we're going back to Tusk for the title track. Uh, I've always loved this track. I've thought it was kind of quirky when I first heard it as a kid. But you know what? It is good. Good is good. Good music is always good music. And this is one of those tracks. In my notes, I have here tight arrangement, very percussive, very experimental, atmospheric. Um, Images of, for me, I have images of being in a coliseum. You know what I mean? For a fight. You know what I mean? Like in the Roman times, right? Just beautiful, just beautiful. And the video, obviously has that influence, right? That imagery in it. Um, Up next, we have Songbird from Rumors, the last track on the album. Beautiful, beautiful track. Just emotional, beautiful piano work from Christine McVie. It is just amazing. And she does an emotional, passionate vocal um, that basically saying she'll wait for her love, however long it takes. Up next is a track that when I hear it, it always brings me to tears, literally. It's a song called Goodbye Baby from Say You Will, written by Stevie Nicks. This album was fraught with drama um, between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham and Mick Fleetwood. There's a documentary called Destiny Rules, which documents the making of Say You Will. And at one point, Lindsey Buckingham wanted Say You Will to be a double album, but the record company and the band eventually said no, it'll be a single album. And I've had a I've had a bone to pick with Stevie Nicks ever since I watched that documentary, Destiny Rules. There was a behind the scenes piece where she's sitting there on a couch in the living room talking to somebody. And I don't think she realized she was being recorded because she was saying that, everybody wants to be, keep Lindsey happy and not get him upset because he wants to do a double album. And, he's thinking that, it's like the 1970s, people are just gonna, tune in and, smoke a joint and drop out and just listen to the album. And she said that they should be concentrating on the 10 to 27-year-old demographic and forget the old fans. Okay. For me as a fan, that pissed me off because I'm a fan that likes to listen to albums in their entirety. I sit, I read the lyrics, I read who performs on the album. And the fact that she said this really soured me against her. And it's never gone away. This one track, Goodbye Baby, is the final track on the album. It's a beautiful acoustic piece mixed with, I guess you'd call them shimmering keyboards. And it talks about a woman who is separated from her child and has to say goodbye, and that she'll see them eventually one day, and that she hopes her child will not forget her because of the choices she made. Now, for me, having lost someone in my family very brutally and suddenly, for me, this reminds me of my sister and the fact that in this song, she's singing to her son, who, when we lost her, he was only 3.5. And she's basically saying, please don't forget me. I'll be with you again soon. Okay. Very emotional for me. Um, Finally on the list, we're going back to Tango in the Night for the track When I See You Again. And this is a Stevie Nicks composition. Tango in the Night, again, was fraught with a lot of drama. Stevie Nicks was in rehab at this point, and she would send music ideas to the band for them to work on until she got back from being in rehab. When I See You Again is the 11th track on the album on side 2. In my notes, I have here beautiful acoustic guitar and beautiful vocal delivery from Stevie Nicks. Also, almost call and response, beautiful call and response, sorry, between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. Basically, they're talking to one another saying, When I see you again, will it be the same? Will we have the same feelings for one another? Will there be animosity or will there be peace between us? Well, the peace that was there, that lasted between them, didn't last for very long because after the recording of the album, Tango in the Night, Lindsey Buckingham decided to leave before the tour was going to start, and that created a lot of tension for between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham to the point where they got into a physical altercation. Okay. Anyways, that's my top tracks from Fleetwood Mac. I'm giving you a baker's dozen. Please let me know in the comments down below, down there, what your favorite tracks from Fleetwood Mac are. Could be from any era of the band. You know, I'm just obviously I'm focusing on the tracks that I was around for when they were first released, or yeah, pretty much, yeah, from when they were first released. Please let me know what your favorite tracks from Fleetwood Mac are, your top tracks overall. And please click like and hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. All right. I've got more ideas coming up for shows. We're Jim Bricker and I are going to be doing a new music discovery on the band Black Midi from the UK. We're going to be discussing their albums. I've never heard them before, so we're going to be taping that show very soon. And coming up, we're doing a Lamb Lies Down on Broadway album discussion, seeing as how it's the 50th anniversary of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. That is coming up very soon. So again, please hit like and subscribe and hit notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. Please look after yourselves and one another, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.